hilarious, be funny, be humorous. There's enough serious content on LinkedIn.
What would be the advice you would give yourself, like really at the beginning?
Cry less.
Alright, so hello and welcome to our brand new podcast, which is called Your Brand, Your Business, the show where we dive into the stories and strategies behind building a standout brand. I am Marie, your host, and today I am excited to introduce our guest, Hafsa Salman, who will be sharing her expertise on topic about the organic LinkedIn and how to build your LinkedIn organically. Thank you for joining us, and can you please tell us more, Hafsa, about yourself, who you are, and what do you do?
Hi, hello everybody. I'm good, I'm great. How are you?
I'm also super excited that we are kicking off this episode, so I'm really great.
Yeah, perfect. So I'm Hafsa Salman. I'm here from Pakistan, and um, I have 8 siblings. So just in case you wanna mess up with me, I tell you that I have 4 brothers. So yeah, I am a LinkedIn strategist. So I have career pivoted 7 times. I started my journey as a graphic designer. So and I was working, and then I thought, let's do something else. Let's try something else. So I started designing apps. I worked in many companies with many agencies. I did freelance work as well. And then I was like, well, let's be a website designer. And then I became a website designer. I designed websites. I even worked with Nottingham University. I worked with some well known companies like Grainer Packaging and Gulf Union Foods. And then I made a bad decision of becoming a thumbnail designer. So I became a thumbnail designer, which was not a good decision at all. After a while, I started learning about coding. So I wanted to become an ethical hacker. But there were some courses that I couldn't afford, and I started this business where I used to help YouTubers grow their YouTube channel. Uh, that I worked with some clients, and after a while, I was like, well, let's try something else. And then I started working as a video editor, and that was the time I came to LinkedIn in order to find clients, and I found a job. I worked in an agency, uh, and that was the time I was exploring about LinkedIn. I was working on LinkedIn. I was posting on LinkedIn, and I was learning about this platform. And I realized that, man, I'm so good at commenting. I'm so good at LinkedIn. And I came across this profile of Jasmine Alec, and I studied him. I watched all his interviews on YouTube. I observed him. What is he doing? What does he do? And that was the time I just career pivoted once again, and I became a LinkedIn strategist. So that was my journey. It was long journey, and finally, here I am, a LinkedIn strategist.
Here we are, Hafsa Salman. You are really like a all-in engineer in the website, thumbnails, and everything what the person actually need in the digital age. And I really like your dynamic evolution in LinkedIn and how you have evolved. What do you think that was the input that you said like yes? LinkedIn it is like now I will start on LinkedIn. Why you didn't start on for example Instagram or other platforms? Why did you choose LinkedIn?
Hmm. Because yeah, when I used to be a thumbnail designer, I was building my brand on Instagram, but that didn't work well for me. So I then, when I became a video editor, I then decided that, well, let's try this platform. Let's try LinkedIn. And then I came here. I started learning about this, and I think it's a better platform because most of the CEOs and founders, co-founders, the owners of the businesses, the C-suite people, they are here. They're on LinkedIn. You can directly get in contact with them. You can talk to them. You can network with them. So I think LinkedIn is the best platform to be on to grow your personal brand, to build your personal brand. So yeah, that was the reason I'm here.
And I think that you will definitely say that the most important thing on LinkedIn is commenting, because you said that you discovered that you are really good in commenting. Am I right? Or what is the best thing on LinkedIn actually?
Yeah, commenting is very, very important and underrated. People underrate it a lot. People underestimate it a lot. So commenting is just wonderful. It does wonders. It gets you leads, it gets you noticed, it gets you followers, it gets you connections. And I just love, I can do commenting for the entire day. I do it. So yeah, what I do is, what I preach and what I teach as well on LinkedIn is do strategic comments on LinkedIn. And what I mean by strategic comments is commenting where your target audience or your ICPs are present in huge amount. Go to the profiles, you have to do research. You have to sit down and make a list of people profiles where your targeted audience or your ICPs are present in huge amount, and you have to comment there. And you have to comment, your target and your aim should be to comment within the 15 minutes of the post being published by the author, because the author of the post is active that time, so we get a reply, and hence we appear at the top of the comment section. So the hundreds and thousands of people that will come after us will see your comment, and then they will visit our profile. So we get, this is the way we get followers and we get leads and we get connections, valuable connections. And there are some tips and tricks that I use that work very well. So when you write a comment or publish a comment under somebody's post, you have to add a reaction to it. So you have to add the first reaction to it. What it does is, see, nobody's gonna come and see who reacted. Nobody's gonna come and say something to you. Nobody. It just add a reaction. What it's gonna do, it your comment is gonna stand out in those hundreds of comments if you do this. The other thing that I do is, I mostly 99.9% I do comments that are hilarious, that are humorous, that are funny. So I add an emoji in that. I add a smiley emoji, a laughing emoji. If you're so, some of my clients, they want serious comments, so I add a fire emoji. Just avoid the rocket emoji, because their rocket emoji is now linked to ChatGPT. ChatGPT use that a lot, so just avoid that rocket emoji. You can use the other ones in your comments. So that is what I do. And if you are writing a long comment, just add spaces, add empty spaces, so that it's better to read and better for eyes. And but it's better to write a short comment if you can go with that. So yeah, that's what strategy comment does. And if you want followers, so go and comment on huge um, accounts like Stephen Bartlett, Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, Danco, Cody. So these kind of people. See, these people are not gonna reply to you, and you might not get leads from these people, but you will get followers from here. And soon you can convert them. You can launch a product for them. You can soon decide what you're gonna do that, but you will get followers from here. And if you want more post engagement on your post, if you want engagement on your post, go and support small accounts, small creators on LinkedIn. So what you have to do, you have to go research, and find small accounts having from 0 to around 50 reactions. We have to comment there, we have to support them, and then they'll come back and support you. So you don't have to do the commit that or do a promise to in the DM. Some people are like, hey, I'll do comment and you comment back. Don't do that. Just support them, and then they'll come back and support you. So yeah,
I
that
really
was a
like
long
your
process.
yes, really practical steps. So I want to just repeat it in one sentence. So first, you go to LinkedIn and you start to comment on accounts after somebody posts within 50 minutes because that time the author of the post is active. This is how you start to get alive LinkedIn because you start to appear on the top of actually commentings and people can then interact with you. Then you react on that post because it will just boost the engagement for you on really big accounts. You want to also add emotions. You want to distinguish yourself from the AI. So, like you are, for example, adding emojis, hilarious comments, etc. And then you also distinguish between if you want to do big comment with the different spaces, if you want to more get into the details for the readability, but also you are combining it with the short comments. And the last is the distinguish between engagement and the following. So if you want to gain the followers, you go on big accounts and engage with them. Whereas if you want engagement under your post, you go to the small accounts with 0 to 15 reactions. So then you get more engagement with them. So, just in a nutshell,
Exactly.
I really liked how you have elaborated on it more in details. And I have a question, very specific. How many comments do you currently write per day, approximately?
On my for my profile, I write over 100 comments every day
Oh, wow.
just for my profile. Yeah.
That's crazy. So, and you have also other profiles, like, for example, your pages or company pages?
No, not company pages. I work for my clients, so I work on their profiles as well. Yeah.
Mhm. Nice. And my next question would be also about a bit of a tools that are helping you to manage your LinkedIn profile. So, do you maybe use some tools for scheduling or some tools for finding leads or any other software that might help you with the LinkedIn management?
No, I don't use any tools for the LinkedIn management. No, not any. But I will use there is a tool known as Authored Up. So Jasmine and Alex suggest that a lot. So I'm gonna use that. I haven't used it yet, but I will.
I am using it and I really like it. It's what it does. It really show you how the post will look like and also give you like some tips and how you can add, for example, alternative text to your picture, etc., for better findability. I really like Outdoor app, so definitely check it out, all who are watching right now, because it's one of the tools that definitely can help you with getting more structure of your post. And when we are getting into the LinkedIn post, what's your process of writing your LinkedIn post actually? Because are you writing every day, or how do you usually find ideas for writing your posts?
So for writing posts, first thing, I wake up in the morning and then I panic because I don't have any content bank. So the people watching, please, please do have a content bank. You must have. I don't have any, and I'm ashamed and I'm guilty of that. So first thing, I panic for an hour on why I haven't built a content bank, and then I panic on why I didn't write a post early before sleeping yesterday. So then I start writing a post. I just write the way I speak and in the way I think, the way I speak. So I avoid the professional words. I avoid those professional, advanced English language. I write in the basic English because when you use the basic English, you attract the massive audience. So when you use advanced English, you may not, most of the people may not be able to read that, because not everybody is expert in English, not everybody's first language is English. So try to use basic English. And if you want to uh, post your picture, your selfie, your photo with a post, either use premium photos, premium looking fancy photos, or either just avoid photos. Use graphics. Okay? Because if you want to attract premium clients, if you want to attract fancy clients, you have to appear fancy, you have to appear premium. So that's what I do. And when I write a post, I make sure that I have put and write at least 3 mini post or pin comments. So when you're publishing a post, write at least three, at least bare minimum, three or 3 to 5 mini comments, mini posts under your post. That could be an announcement. For example, you're launching some kind of ebook, you're launching some kind of course. So there is some announcement that you could put. Or you can um, write sales CTA. You can write a CTA, book a call, fill this form.
I just I'll jump into it. You mean a mini post like commenting on your own post, right? Like that you post a post and then you write 3 to 5 comments that are like mini posts under your post, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you have, because that increases your post engagement. Post engagement is how long a person stays on your post, how long a person spends time on your post. Do they comment? Do they like? Do they add a reaction? So that's what counts, people staying on your post. So you have to write pin comments. That could be a joke, you could write a joke in your pin comments, a quote, a CTA, an announcement, some bonus points. You can elaborate that post, the post that you've written, you can elaborate that. You can add behind the scenes. So just try to um, stop people in your post, stop them for a while. And when I'm writing a post, I make sure that I don't end my post with a sales CTA. What I mean by sales CTA is book a call with me, download my ebook, apply from my feature section. Don't end your post with this. What it does is it ruins the whole vibe of your post. And nobody likes to be sold. So just end your post with a question which is so easy to answer. That question should be so easy to answer. So easy to answer that people could answer it in a yes or a no. Just don't make your audience think. So question should be so easy. Ask a easy question. Yeah, that's what I focus on when I'm writing about.
Nice. Yeah, it's a really a process, like from the panicking in the beginning of your day. But did you actually think about making a plan, a content plan that you would actually have the content bank, or you just prefer to do it this way of a freestyling kind of that every day, depending on how you wake up?
Have been planning and I have been procrastinating on building a content bank. I have to build one actually. I will build one soon. Yeah, I promise.
All right, this is then the moment that we can replay that soon Hafsa Salman will have her content bank. But
Yeah.
yes, then I will be curious how it will look like when you will finish it. But this is also the proof that you don't need some really detailed strategy to actually build your brand on LinkedIn. You can really literally every day wake up and make your content. Because for me, I, for example, do the content planning, but then some situations happen, and I think that it's much more interesting for me and also for the audience when you are reacting to the situations. So, for example, when I don't know, on Monday the market dropped by 5%, so I decided to record a video about it, and I didn't put it in my content plan because I didn't know that this will happen. So it's always reacting also to the recent situations and what is exactly happening. Uh, can you also tell us more about why did you decided to proceed with the organic reach on LinkedIn and not with advertising, for example? Did you ever tried paid advertising on LinkedIn?
Okay, so I haven't experienced and tried the paid advertising yet on LinkedIn. I haven't. And why I chose the organic one is because it's more long term. It's the long term, the organic growth. So I decided to build a personal brand organically, and that's what I do for my clients as well. I grow their profiles organically. So, yeah, if somebody comes up to me and he's just starting out, so what I suggest and what I do for him is first I focus on building his authority on LinkedIn. So I build his authority first, and then we focus on getting leads or doing outbound or doing outreach. We focus on that later. First, we build the authority. And what I mean by building authority is getting enough engagement on his post, getting enough followers, making his profile premium, getting endorsements, writing his about section, his experience section. That's those are the things that we focus first, and then we will be doing the outreach and doing the cold, sending the cold DMs. So yeah, that's what I do.
Mhm. And speaking about the cold DMs, how many DMs do you actually write to people on daily basis, and how do you choose who to write on LinkedIn exactly? Like, is it like that you write the comments to people, and then you see, for example, your potential customer avatar, or like how do you assess who to write messaging?
Okay, so for my clients, I haven't started providing the service yet of doing cold outreach. I haven't started this service yet. But for myself, yeah, I do cold outreach and I do DMs. I send DMs. And on what basis I decide is they are the CEO, they're the founder of the business, they're the owner of the business, and they are active. They are actively posting at least 3 times a week. So they're posting content, and they're from US, UK, Europe. That's the criteria that are my ICPs and targeted clients.
Nice. I really like your strategy. And when we speak about the strategy on LinkedIn, what common mistakes do people make when trying to generate leads on LinkedIn usually?
Yeah, so there are many mistakes that people do when they're building their brand on LinkedIn. So let's start from the profile photo. So I see many people, their profile photo is their selfie with their dog, or they have a selfie where they are standing far away from the camera. So please don't do that. Your profile photo should be your headshot, you looking directly into the camera, and it should be till shoulders. That should be your profile photo. And if you're just starting out and you haven't decided your brand colors, what I would recommend and suggest you is go with the light colors. Colors like white, golden, yellow, orange. These kind of colors. The colors that pops out on black, because most of the people on LinkedIn, they use LinkedIn app on dark mode. So when you comment somewhere, the people will see your DP, will your profile photo, that will be just this small, and there will be thousands and hundreds of profile photos. So in order to stand out, you have to choose a color that pops up on dark screen. That's the one thing. And the most important thing on LinkedIn are profile photo that we just talked about. The other thing is headline, LinkedIn headline. So when you comment somewhere, the two things that people can see before visiting your profile are your DP, your profile photo, and your headline. So these two should be so the headline should be so beautifully written, and so it should clearly tell in easy English what you do, who you help, and how you help. So your headline should be
Mhm.
clear and should be written in easy English, and it should
Mhm.
make your ICP, your targeted audience, your clients, people, it should make people visit your profile. So
Mhm.
these are the things that should be written properly. The other thing, see, so somebody just clicked your profile and just come to your profile. They come to your profile. Now you have to guide them. You have to guide them on what to do next. So you have to add a CTA, a call to action, in your banner. That CTA could be subscribe my newsletter, follow me, book my call. That could be send me a connection request. That could be anything. So you have to add a CTA. You have to guide your clients on what to do next. The other thing that I see people doing on LinkedIn is, yeah, many people on LinkedIn are running after trends. So they are running after trends. They see this kind of this topic is working. Let's start making content on this. So when the Chat GPT came out and people saw that, hey, this topic is working, so they started making content on Chat GPT, whether it's suiting
Mm.
their niche or not, whether their audience is expecting that from them or not. They are making content on it, and that's not the way to do. Don't chase
Mhm.
trends. Don't. So yeah, those are some of the things that people are doing. And yeah, one more thing, there's a section on LinkedIn where we can add skills and get endorsements. So people are adding over 70 skills there, over 50 skills there. Don't do that. What you have to do is you have to add 1 to 3, at least 3, maximum 3 skills there. And you have to, because nobody's gonna click and go through your 50 skills and see what you have got and how skilled you are. Nobody's gonna do that. So you can just see 2 skills from outside, and then when you click, you can see more. So you have to add 3 skills there. You have to add 3 skills there, and you have to get endorsements. So the proper way to do it is to get endorsement from your clients. But we all know that our clients are founders or co-founders or business owners, and they're busy people. And to just sit and wait to get their endorsement and hope they'll endorse you one day is just not a practical way to do. So what you have to do is go and endorse your connections, endorse the skills of your connections, and ask them to endorse you back. And people will do it. People will endorse you back. So do that and get at least 50 endorsements on 3 of your skills, on each of your skills. the three skills that you have put there. Get endorsements there. That matters. That truly matters.
Wow, really practical. I really liked again like how you gave a really practical tip that somebody can do immediately, like with endorsement, light colors, headline, trading posts, etc. Just one question: what is the DP? Because you mention it a lot. What does it mean, DP?
DP, the profile photo.
Ah, okay. Yes,
Sorry.
just also for our audience, to be on the same side.
Yeah.
All right. So we mentioned also that a lot of people they do a lot of mistakes, but mainly we were speaking about how to not do the profile picture. So, for example, you mentioned that how they can avoid it. So, like with the profile picture, that you should have like a really clear centered camera, that you should have the light colors, etc. Um, are there also some other mistakes that people do that you are seeing, and it's really like driving you crazy? Like why these why they don't see that this is like really not anymore like modern or something like this?
Yeah. So most of the people are using to AI tools like ChatGPT to write their whole post. See, if you want to write a post using ChatGPT, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But learn how to use that tool first. Learn how to use ChatGPT first. Learn that from experts. Um, People like Luke Matthews teaches how to write your entire post using ChatGPT. He teaches that, and he has videos on LinkedIn on how to write a post using ChatGPT. So go and learn first. You have there are a lot of things that ChatGPT does, and when you copy and paste your entire post from ChatGPT to LinkedIn, people can easily spot that uh, you have not done work and you just have put prompts and you are a lazy person.
Mhm.
People can easily see that. So you have to do work. You don't use there's a dash that there's a dash that I don't know what's that called, but ChatGPT adds that a lot in its writings. So avoid that. And there's a skyrocket emoji that ChatGPT adds so that see, I personally um, I teach students and I teach people not to use ChatGPT for writing your entire
Mhm.
post. Don't use it to
Mhm.
write, just use your brain, use your human brain. Write your post the way you speak, the way you think. Write it. And
Yes,
yeah, you
I
can
am.
take help from sorry?
I'm totally with that. I totally agree that people are getting lazier and lazier. Just use your brain. You can use ChatGPT for like planning and for content brainstorming, but then write your post by your own words. I want to hear you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Be authentic. Write in the way you speak. You can refine that. You can refine your post. You can ask ChatGPT to write it in a better words if you want to. For example, you have wrote a line and a statement, a sentence, and you think it could be said and wrote in a better way. You can ask ChatGPT to write it in a three better ways or five different ways. Ask ChatGPT to write, and ChatGPT will write. Um, if you really want to use it, experiment the AI tools, learn them, and then use. So yeah, that is the mistake that people are doing.
I really
Um,
like that. And you have a really big career in, for example, the website and thumbnails and also applications, graphic design, etc. If somebody doesn't know really their authentic self, and when they start with LinkedIn, there is a lots of templates and a lots of let's say buzzing. A lots of people are just like telling, use my template and you will gain so many like followers, etc. What would you advise to the people who are starting with their own brand right now, how they should find their authentic self? Like, how did you find your authentic brand, that who you actually are, and that you want to write these silly and funny comments? And how did you find your own style on LinkedIn?
Okay, so the advice and the words that I'm gonna say, most of the people are not gonna agree that. And most probably, I'm gonna get hate on this. But see, when you're just starting out on LinkedIn, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to write, you don't know how to write, you're new to this world. So, what I would say is copy others, copy, get inspired, study the LinkedIn creators like Jasmine Alec, Lara Costa, Matt Barker, Luke Matthews. Go to their profile, study them. How do they comment? How do they write their posts? What do they do? Study their carousels, study their graphics, study their way. Go on YouTube, search them. Search. There's a person, Harry Foku. I'm I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, Harry. I'm sorry if I'm not. So go and search him on YouTube. He does podcast and he invites these people, Luke Matthews, Lara Costa. Go and watch that, study them, and get inspired and copy them. Okay, that's not a good word, by the way, copy. But get inspired and start creating content. Start writing comments, and yeah, you'll soon find your voice. That's what my words are. That's what I would recommend you to do.
Nice. I really like this answer. And what if somebody doesn't really have time, for example, for the LinkedIn because they have 9 to 5? Like, let's say that you live, for example, in Pakistan or here in Europe, and you have the full-time job from 9 to 5 where you don't really have access to the internet. You cannot really go on the LinkedIn during your working hours, and therefore you are also missing the peak hour when actually the people are on LinkedIn, because you are usually targeting the audience in your country, and people are usually using the LinkedIn during the working hours. So how would you proceed if you would need to like advise someone with this lifestyle, how they can start on LinkedIn to build their brand when they have 9 to 5 and not a lot of time to be on LinkedIn?
So then what you can do is you can hire a legend like me. I will help you. I will build your brand. No, no, no. So what you can do is you're just starting out and you're starting from zero and you have a new account. You just have created that and you want to build your brand there. So at the start, you will be interacting with small accounts. And when you will be um, commenting and engaging with them in order to get engagement on your post. Because when you're just starting out, your target is to build your 30. And what I mean by 30 is having enough engagement on your post, having enough reactions and comments under your post. So that's what you're targeting. When we are engaging with small accounts, we will not be following that rule of commenting within the 15 minutes of the post being published by the author. We will not be following when we are interacting with small accounts. So you can easily go and search and do research on small accounts, and you can comment on their post even if that post is published 17 hours ago, 15 hours ago. So you can comment there. When we are commenting huge accounts like Alex Harmozy, Lela Harmozy, that's when we follow the rule of commenting within the 15 minutes of the post being published by the author. So yeah, that's what you have to do when you're just starting out.
I really like the example of Layla and Alex Hormozy. I really like them, and I also follow their posts, etc. But I never heard about this rule of 50 minutes after the outer posts. So definitely there needs to be maybe also some settings of LinkedIn that you can tweak a bit so that you receive the notification when the author that you want to target, so that you can be there within like 50 minutes so you don't need to sit in front of the computer all the time, I guess.
Yeah, but like from my own profile, I am on LinkedIn like 24/7. I'm there working because there's a list that I've prepared of people that I interact with, and they all are posting on different timings. Some of them are posting in the morning, some of them are posting at night. So all day somebody's posting. So I have to be there. I am on LinkedIn, I'm working, and I'm interacting with them. So yeah, that's how my routine looks like.
Nice. And how then the client acquisition works on LinkedIn? Because like for example, like on Instagram, it's more about that you have like paid advertisement. So you just pay like the advertising, you get actually like you collect people from the form that you have pushed with your money, and then you start to send them the emails, and they are buying like for example from your email list. But how does the client acquisition usually works on LinkedIn? Like, do you ask people inside the DMs, like, can you send me your email so I can add you to my email list? Or how do you usually start to have a clients on LinkedIn?
How do I? So my business till now is based on inbound leads. So people apply from the form that I've put in my profile. In my feature section, I've put in form. So people come and fill that, and I get a notification, and I see if they are my targeted client, and if they are my ICP, and I want to work with them. I send them a link to book a call, and then we get on call, and yeah, we just start working. So that's how um, it works for me.
Mm. Yeah, it's really. I'm just looking right now at your form. It's a really easy like Google form that you can like do also with Calendly and with any other form. I also heard like from Yasmin Alic that he was recommending to put offer usually, that you should usually ask for money immediately in like the CTA, that like he's not really big fan of like exploratory calls or something like this. So what is your opinion about this? Like, should people immediately like ask money for like putting something in their headline as a CTA, or it should be rather like exploratory?
Yeah, so it does depends on how strong your personal brand is. How if you are something like Jasmine Alec, so you can go with that. It depends upon how busy you are. See, so the form that I've put, people come and fill that, and now I have to decide. I go and check their profile. Are they my ICP? Are they founder, co-founder? What is their business? What kind of business they do? Where do they live? Are they posting at least 3 times a week? So then I see and what are they, and I study them, and then if I'm okay with that and I'm okay, then I get on a call. Then I start.
Mhm.
I get on a call, and yeah, I do charge upfront. So I charge monthly and I charge upfront. So that's how
Mhm.
my business works.
And who is your ICP? So if you can disclose us, like who is your ideal client?
The clients that I want to work with, they should be founder or co-founder. They should be the C-suite people. Uh, they should be from US. They should be from Europe, UK, Australia, and yeah, and they should have a business like well, because yeah, they should have money to spend basically. They should have money to spend on LinkedIn.
And do you have some vision? Like, do you have a vision to, for example, like help some people with something XYZ? Do you like, did you state it your mission and vision already?
Do I have a vision? I do have people. I do have people that come in my DMs and are asking questions and they want help. So today somebody come into my profile. There was this lady and I published a post today about profile photos. How should be a profile photo? What kind of profile photos work and what doesn't work? And we were having a conversation about how she can create a better profile photo. And she said, Hafsa, I thought that you would charge me for that, but you didn't. And I respect that. And I was like, yeah, why not? Yeah, okay, I'm okay with that. And I helped her. So yeah, I do help people.
Nice. And
I'm generous.
if you're and if you are looking back in your start of your journey with your business, with the graphic designer, applications, website, if you really go back in the time, what would be the advice you would give yourself that you were struggling with the most and you would like to like change it, do it slightly differently, or what would be the advice you would give yourself like really at the beginning of Hafsa Salman branding?
Oh my god. I would have told her that cry less. Yeah, I would have told her that, Hafsa, please cry less because I used to cry a lot, like a lot. Yeah, because of my career, because I career pivoted 7 times. I even started my YouTube channel, and there I used to read funny comments of people under somebody's video. Uh, I even created about 30 videos and then I deleted that. I did that. And yeah, I used to cry a lot. I used to cry a lot because I used to worry a lot about my career.
Mm. And then you just kept going, you kept showing up on LinkedIn or different platforms, and then it just evolved. And like I guess this crying is just not necessary. Like it's like journey, it's journey as any other. There are up and downs, and it's important to enjoy it rather than make it more difficult than it is probably.
It wasn't easy. It was difficult. It was very difficult. And like we are 9 siblings. I have 8 siblings. So there's competition. Like nobody says anything, but there's a competition and like you have to be somebody and you have to be serious about your career as well. So yeah, I used to cry a lot. That must be an unexpected answer.
Yes, that's definitely a honest answer that we were waiting for. So thank you so much, Hafsa. Do you have something to mention at the end right now that you would like to tell to our audience that we probably didn't give attention to, or you would like to mention it now at the end of our podcast episode?
Yeah, I would like to say to people that if you're going on LinkedIn and if you're creating content on LinkedIn, please be hilarious, be funny, be humorous, be weird. There's enough serious content on LinkedIn and I'm bored of it. I want laughs, I want jokes. Okay? So be just weird and
I
spread
love it.
laughs.
I really love it. And I can just support this one. So that brings us to the end of this episode of Your Brand, Your Business. Thank you so much, Hafsa Salman, and for sharing your insight with us. And to also our listeners, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. And I'm Marie, and I will catch you next time all.
Bye
Bye.
bye.